Hello, I'm delighted that you're considering joining us on the Strategic Influencing Programme. I'd like to take a few moments to introduce myself and tell you a little bit about the programme so that you know what to expect when you join us. Firstly, I'm Colin Gawtry. I specialise in the subject of power and influence, written many books, but more importantly, I've been working with the NHS in Scotland for over 7 years now at a senior level, helping them to become more strategically influential in very complex settings. So I've got a fair degree of experience of the sort of world that you inhabit, the sort of challenges that you're up against, and also the track record of seeing the tools that I've got for you actually working and being able to take things forward. So let me tell you a little bit about what we've got in store for you. We'll begin with the first virtual session using Microsoft Teams called Strategic Influencing, which is the basic toolkit, the basic process that we will be asking you to apply during the session to the project or initiative that you need to make happen, a scenario where you need to become strategically influential. So it's a very simple process, but it helps to structure thinking, it helps to consider what those roadblocks might be, but also more importantly, who are the stakeholders who make the biggest difference to your progress. So we'll do that, and we'll do it live in a very confidential environment so that you'll get an opportunity to pressure test your ideas, to get some challenge and to really start to think things through from a different perspective so that you can hopefully start to make a breakthrough straight away, because this is about landing different actions so that you can get different results. In the second session, we'll peel back the layers and look at what's happening when it comes to influence around your organisation. And I've got a very simple set of principles and ideas that you can use to analyse the environment that you're working in and need to be successful in. And this is where we get to the subject of power. And what I find is really useful is that we can turn away from the emotional response to power and look at it in a very clinical way to see the nuts and bolts, see how it's actually working as it relates to what you're trying to get done, which means that you will be able to come out with new ideas, new insights that may help you adapt the actions that you're taking, the direction you're moving in, so that you can become more influential. And in the third session, we'll look at how behaviour can sometimes get in the way of communication and influence. And with the framework that we've got, which is based on a very well-tested psychometric, we'll look at how you prefer to influence others, how that may differ from your key stakeholders, and start to explain maybe why you've got some conflict in some of those relationships, but more importantly, how you might then choose to adapt your behaviour to become far more successful. So with a combination of the 3 sessions and utilising Microsoft Teams to its fullest capability, we'll give you a learning environment as well, where between sessions you can access more resources, come and ask us questions, and all told over the programme help you to move rapidly towards a state of much greater confidence, clarity, focus, and ability to be able to influence in a strategic way in a very complex environment. And I think what you'll also find is that it's actually not as difficult as you may have thought before. So I'll help you to find those easy ways, those quick wins that will be very robust in a way of introducing and adapting your modus operandi so that you can be far more successful, not only this year, but in many years to come. So hopefully, look forward to seeing you soon.